How's it going, man? I'm
Good to
Wayne.
see you.
All right.
Yep.
What's your name?
Andy?
Andy.
Yep.
Oh, wow. So we're here at Turing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
What is Turing?
Okay, so Turing is a cloud platform,
Okay.
video surveillance software.
Okay.
And so Turing has really three main hardware platforms.
Sure.
We have NVR-based,
Okay.
so more traditional NVR's IP cameras.
Yes.
Outdoor solutions, 4G-based outdoor solutions, both 110 volt powered and solar, which we can go over.
Yep.
And then we have our what we call Edge Plus, which is our direct-to-cloud cameras, similar to anybody else's direct-to-cloud cameras.
Okay.
And then new for the show today, we're also launching a direct integration through a partnership with Axis Communications,
Okay.
where we can embed a Turing software on Axis cameras now and turn the Axis camera into a direct-to-cloud Turing camera as well.
Oh,
So
congratulations on that.
That
Yes.
opens up about, I think, 120, 130 Axis models that
Yes.
we can make Turing cameras basically
Oh, wow.
direct to
Wow.
our cloud with no NVR.
Awesome, awesome,
so
awesome.
that'll give us end users more of like a migration path towards the cloud if they're
Gotcha.
on a current VMS.
Gotcha.
So at the show, we spent a lot of time talking about Sky Shield
Okay.
and Solar Shield. This
Okay.
is sort of a hybrid of the two, just
Okay.
for display purposes. But
Wow.
your Sky Shield is going to be an all-in-one. It's an insulated, heated, ventilated. We build that in California.
Okay.
This version has a 4-channel NVR.
Okay.
So this will support 2, 3, or 4 cameras.
Okay.
110 volt powered.
Okay.
And with the power, you've got a lot of options to put pretty much whatever cameras. In the modem.
Got it.
But a little more stripped down than this because
Okay.
it's just a 12 volt system.
Okay.
And then that's going to be limited typically to 2 5 megapixel bullet cameras.
Okay.
Just because we're trying to keep the
Power
down.
consumption,
It's
yeah,
about
yeah.
1,000 watt hours of battery.
Okay.
So the cameras are going to run somewhere between 10 and 20 watts
Okay.
throughout the day, depending on the lighting and
Okay.
so forth. So
Okay.
what that does on the solar is it gives you about a 4-day battery reserve on
Okay.
a full charge.
Okay.
So you can have cloudy days. You can even have a snowstorm.
Gotcha.
As long as it melts off eventually,
Yes.
the system will stay up.
Yes.
So those have been really popular, particularly with municipalities, cities, for surveillance where they can't get power,
Wow.
but they can have cell service.
Wow.
So
Wow.
usually they're going to be 4G cellular based.
Wow. Wow.
And then all of that ties together on our platforms.
Wow.
This is Turing Vision.
Okay.
Turing Vision is the sort of what brings all of those different hardware platforms together.
Okay.
So when I look at cameras, these are the cameras in the booth here,
Okay.
but then these are the cameras that are out in the desert on the solar shield.
Oh,
sitting-
wow. That's cool.
sitting elsewhere. They should pop up.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is I can have those desert cameras, and then I can have this camera in the booth if it's working, or this camera in the booth, all on the same view, and then I can create, or I could say on that other one, maybe I want my office lobby camera, so I can just build a view for as many cameras as I want.
Okay.
And then save that as a bookmark or a favorite for myself or to share with everybody else on the system.
And then these particular
Yep.
views will continuously come up.
Same thing down in the bottom right. If I want to switch from live view to playback, it'll populate a synchronized playback of those 4 cameras.
Wow.
So it's pulling from those 2 NVRs, and then it's going to pull from the solar panels out in Nevada.
Gotcha.
And give me that sort of synchronized playback on all those cameras. And then
Wow.
I can download or archive from there.
Okay.
And then beyond just regular live view and playback,
Yes.
what really makes it powerful is that search capability.
Okay.
So with any of those, with what we call our core AI license, I can search for vehicles,
Okay.
but then at the same time I could narrow down and say I have a specific vehicle that I'm looking for. So I know I want a red pickup truck, and let's say I want just red Toyota pickup truck, so I can search and it's going to go back and pull all red Toyota pickup trucks
Gotcha.
over the last. So if I say, hey, that's the one that I'm interested in,
Yeah.
and I want to send that video to someone, I can just share it instantly. I
Okay.
can archive it. I can download it.
Okay.
If I think that truck may still be there, I can even go side by side, video to live, and okay, he's gone. So it gives you the searching gives you the ability to really quickly find what you're looking for.
Yep.
But it also enables what we call rules and notifications. So, in this case, I have one for that Chino Hills office for Mike, who's in the booth with me here.
Yes.
It's the Mike alert. So when Mike shows up at the office, Mike gets a text message that hey, I've arrived.
Wow.
So you could do that for a specific person, license plate, vehicle type.
So get alert based on when they come. That's
so I can
useful.
do like a common one for a lot of our customers is they have like dumpsters in the back of the parking lot.
Yep.
They can set an alert that from 6 p.m. till 6 a.m. If a vehicle comes near my dumpster, send me a text message or a push notification. That way, they know who's dumping illegally in their back parking lot.
That's good to know.
So that rules and notification makes the system more proactive. Where instead of you having to go look at hours of video to see what happened, you can drill right in and see, okay, who's been near my dumpster in the last 24 hours. And it'll just show you that specific person, and then you can send that video to the police or whatever you want to do just instantly right through the platform.
Wow.
So it just makes the system easier for end users to work with and understand than more of a traditional NVR or VMS system that they may need training on.
Right.
People typically don't need training on this.
Right. Just like,
so
gotcha.
Very easy settings. Users are very easy. If someone wants to add a new user, they just plus user, first name, last name, email address. They get an invite. They set their own password. If they forget their password, they can reset it themselves.
Awesome.
It just makes everything easier with the system.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you so much for your
Appreciate
time.
It. Thanks for stopping in.
Okay. All right, man.
Thanks.
Enjoy yourself.